We are recording.
So we're supposed to look like the audience?
Just please give me your attention, please. And I'm going to edit this all out because it's not important. But thank you guys for giving me your time. Today I'm going to speak about the class I actually just took, Fundamentals of Public Speaking, and why it's important and why I think you should take that if you have some elective hours left. A survey of America, one of those branching out surveys, showed that more people are scared of public speaking than they are of death. There's an old Seinfeld joke that, think about a funeral, more people would rather be the guy in the casket than the one delivering the eulogy. And it's kind of sad because a good public speaking ability is needed for so much. It's needed for school, for business, for being an upstanding member of your community. Everyone should take a public speaking course to help them in this, and I'll give you a few reasons why. So the first reason is obviously it will help with your other school classes. I know a lot of you are preparing for oral presentations, maybe group projects, a lot of pressure, finals week is coming up. You get a little nervous. I mean, I'm a little nervous up here. It's different when you're speaking in front of people. And taking a fundamentals of public speaking class will give you a grasp of those fundamentals of what you need to speak in public. bestcollege.com, the reputable website that is, says that this course will teach you how to not only collect information and present it, but how to make sure that your audience grasps it. Because what are oral presentations rated on? Not just that you grasp the information, but that you're able to convey it to the audience and that they can get it too. And that's what this class teaches. So your education right now is about 80% of your life you spend in a school at some point, and probably 100% of your money. But what about the next step? You graduate college, you move on, you've got to get a job, you've got to get a career, you've got to progress in that career. Public speaking ability will help you in that as well. There's some questions to consider in an interview, and there was a New York Times best-selling author by the name of Patty Azzello, and in her book Rise, she lists a couple questions that you can ask yourself to see if your speaking is effective. How will you make your point? What difference do you want to make with your speech? And what will the audience remember about you? These are all questions that are answered in Fundamentals of Public Speaking. It's very good. It's a very good base. Also, when you're thinking about the job force, public speaking is needed by managers, project leaders, team leaders. One of the biggest dysfunctions in the workplace is lack of communication, lack of commitment. Commitment by your team can be caused by clarity and them buying in. Those are the two components of commitment. And the only way to have clarity is to make sure your speech is clear. And the only way for them to buy in is for them to believe what you're saying. A writer by the name of Leonard Chani says that clear communication causes clarity. It's very simple. And so then you need it in school, you need it in business. But say you've got grander ideas. You don't just want to be a cog in the machine. You've got things you want to help your community with. You've got ideas. How do you present those to your community? John Maxwell, in his book, quotes a public speaker by the name of Andy Staley. He says, if the vision isn't clear, then the mist of your mind will become a fog in your organization. If you cannot clearly present your ideas, no one else can take those ideas. No one else can start conversations with your ideas. But if you can clearly present them, those conversations can begin, and they can lead to hundreds and not thousands of people reached with your idea. So when you're thinking about how you present things, are you able to present them clearly? Because if you're not, is your idea worthy of being shared? If you cannot put it in clear terms that are believable and acceptable, is it a good idea? This is why the fundamentals of public speaking is fundamental. It equips you to be able to share your ideas with your fellow students, with your employees or your fellow workers, and with your community at large, letting you, we all have an innate need to share ourselves with people. So just make sure you can do it clearly, and Fundamentals of Public Speaking is a good place to start.